Villanova's Cam Whitmore is the exact type of player you would want to take a chance on early in the NBA draft. And in this video, we're going to break down his game and exactly how he could potentially fit into the Orlando Magic's system. First off, we're gonna go over the pros to Cam Whitmore's game and what he is great at and what he excels at. So first off, we have his size, athleticism, and explosiveness. I think all of these go together in one category here. He has an NBA ready body, 6'7", 235 pounds. He could be at 240 if I'm not mistaken, but this kid is a beast at his size on the wing. I think he can play positions 2 through 4. Obviously, he has to improve his shooting a little bit, but I think he has the ability to play all those positions and be a potentially great defender in the NBA one day, especially with his body. I think he has the strength to absolutely keep up with bigger guys and the quickness to keep up with smaller guys. And this guy is extremely explosive as well. He's a great jumper off of 2 feet, can absolutely slam the ball in the basket. This guy is probably going to be a future dunk contest competitor. Definitely has the hops at that size. And another pro of his is his scoring potential, because really he has a knack for putting the ball in the basket. He has a variety of moves on the perimeter, whether it's a step back 3 or his dribble drive game penetrating to the basket. He's also a pretty solid cutter as well, which would really fit in with the Magic. Obviously, they don't want him to have the ball in his hands all the time, as they do have other playmakers in Paolo, Franz, and Markelle Fultz. But he definitely has the potential to be a 20-point per game scorer one day in the NBA. I would not be surprised about that at all. Another pro I would like to talk about with him is his off-ball game. I think he really could thrive in a role like this, where he's not put in a position where he needs to handle the ball a lot early in his career. I think if you put him in a Jaylen Brown type role early in his career in Boston, where he really didn't have that much responsibility, was coming off the bench even, I think he would thrive in a role like that, which is why I think he'd be a perfect fit with the Magic as well. You can really develop him in the background, still give him meaningful minutes, anywhere from 18 to 20 minutes a game. Give him some good run out there, but don't put so much pressure on him to develop right now into that star, because the Magic do have their cornerstones of their franchise already set. And I think that he would fit in fantastically, and that would definitely also be my pro player comparison for Cam. Obviously, I think a light version of Jaylen Brown. I'm not saying he's going to be this 27, 28 points per game scorer in the NBA anytime, but I do think he could be a 20 plus point per game scorer if he reaches his full potential, and have the similar defensive impact that Jaylen Brown has on the Celtics. And I think he could be a solid number 2, maybe number 3 scoring option for a team. In college, he did average a measly 12.5 points per game. That's not that great. Obviously, 5.3 rebounds a game. Under an assist a game. He definitely needs to work on his playmaking. He's not much of a playmaker. He shot 48% from the field, 34% from 3, which is definitely something he needs to work on as well as his free throw shooting, only 70% from the free throw line. 1.4 steals per game shows you that he could be a pest on the perimeter defensively. 0.3 blocks and about 1.6 turnovers a game. A big reason why I think his pro comparison would be a Jaylen Brown is because he also struggles with playmaking as well as ball handling, which we all know that Brown does struggle with. He also struggles in the mid-range game, which I think is something that a lot of rookies struggle with early on. That's definitely something that comes along later into your game, but I do think he could develop really well in that way if he could really focus on maybe not driving all the way to the basket every single time. He's kind of a bulldozer to the paint. If he could just change his pace when he dribbles, that would really help his game out a lot and help him take that next leap into a category of being a great 3-level scorer. So as for the fit with the Orlando Magic, I see his immediate role being an energy 3-and-D guy off the bench who can play positions 2 through 4 on the wing and slide in anytime Franz, Paolo come out of the game, potentially even slide into that 2 spot, whether it's Gary Harris or Suggs starting. He could be a backup option. He could be the first man off the bench as well if you need him to be, but I think he could be a really nice rotation wing in his first season for the Magic, and I think you can really throw him out there. I think he has the NBA body to be ready to be out there. I think he has the defensive tools to be an impactful defender in his first year, and I also think that he could potentially be a solid 3-point shooter, maybe not a sniper out there, but potentially if he's getting open looks off of Paolo and Franz and Markelle Fultz as well, I think he could definitely be a solid knockdown shooter, especially from the corners. And then as for a potential future role with the Orlando Magic, I could see him being a 2nd or 3rd scoring option. I don't know, depending on how he develops. Obviously, I see Paolo being that number 1 scoring option, and then Franz and Cam could potentially switch off between being the 2nd and 3rd scoring options. I mean, imagine a trio of those 3 just being your top leading scorers on your team. I think the Magic would be in great position to contend in the future if a guy like Cam Whitmore could reach his potential if the Magic did select him with the number 6 pick. And I also think he could potentially be the best perimeter defender, the lockdown guy, the guy that they send at guys like LeBron. Obviously, who knows if LeBron will be playing by the time the Magic are contending for an NBA Finals. But those type of guys where you need some strength, you need some toughness, be able to lock down his man in a big game in the NBA Finals or in the conference finals, whenever you need somebody to lock down that star player. I think Cam has the potential to be that guy. So Magic fans, let me know what you think about Cam Whitmore down in the comment section below. Do you want him at the number 6 pick? Do you want somebody else? Please let me know down there. And if you like this video, please leave a like on it. That helps out a lot in the algorithm. Also subscribe if you like the content I've been putting out. And most importantly, have a great rest of your day.